costs associated with REO investments.
Okay, so if it's a renovated property that we're saying you can do regular financing, usually we clear up all of that. The common title issue is that the bank there's a foreclosing attorney who does the foreclosure process, serves anyone who has a lien on the property.
Yes.
Now you go to buy it in New York State, you get your own title. In other states, you have to use the seller's title. So now you run your title, maybe they look a little different and find a few things. So common, they missed a lien. So that's a common title issue that comes up.
Yeah.
If it's an as-is sale, any violations the bank does not pick up, such as illegal apartments, one of the biggest ones.
Yes, we have a lot in
a separate
the area.
unit. It could be trash in the property, a lot of code violations in the city.
Yeah.
But I really, missing a lien is the big one.
Yes.
But that's why you have title insurance. Everyone asks, is it free and clear title? We don't know until you run your own title.
Correct.
Now you can use our seller's title, and it is cheaper, but you have the right to order your own title because they're all insured. And what it is an insurance policy that if God forbid something comes up, they're paying you back that money for that title issue.
Correct. And when those problems or hidden costs comes up, that's another thing because you get to know how much is your expediter going to charge for this kind of job. And that's one of my homework. That's why investors, you need to call me because I know.
You can do a lot more due diligence with us than...
So yeah, because you get all the information that you need and you just go to your investors and you present everything. This is where the price that you are paying. This is the renovation cost, and this is going to be whatever the numbers you're getting.
Every one of our properties, we have 500 houses we're handling for the banks right now. Every one, once we get it in, we order the foil. Only 5, but remember, we sell 50 a month usually. So,
oh my God, yes.
But it stays at 500, so it's a lot coming in. So.
Yes.
We pull the title, we pull the CO because we want to know what we're dealing with, and we want to also have a smoother transaction because what happens, most investors, they get the deal done, then they run to the town and they go, oh, there's no CO for that deck, I don't want it. So we're trying to just make it, remember, our job is to help our clients liquidate the properties.
Yes,
and we don't, it takes everyone's time to go through all that, so we try to help everyone.
And every investor also is different. Some of them are just starting, like maybe 2 or 3 flips. Most of them, like very experienced investors, they don't care about COs, illegal kitchen in the basement. They don't care about these open permits because that's something that they know it can be fixed.
Done, but it's time and money. So if you can do one project at a time, my model when I first started was, I want to clean,
and that's what I
all
recommend.
COs clean.
Yes,
because that could tie you up. And if you're not, and every town won't give you a straight answer till you open that permit. Now you gotta, you're too close to the property line. They don't tell you that till after you give them a survey. So it's a tricky.
We still have a deal that we have to fix. Actually.
Oh yes.
And we closed like a year ago.
Yes, we're still working on it. Yes, you never know. Condemnation.
Never know. Yes.
You don't know what the towns. They don't tell you till you give them money. I hate to say it. I'm not against the towns, and I understand they're for profit. And they don't want to waste their time. But
certain towns are very hard to deal with.
They're becoming more bureaucratic. It used to be a little easier. Now they make you jump through a lot more red tape to get things done. So you have to be careful. That's one of the big things. Always check the COs. We have houses with whole second floors you wouldn't even know, no CO.
Oh yes.
And that's not an easy thing to fix.
It's crazy.
One of my first investments I bought from Todd, the whole house had no CO. And it was built in 72, and it ended up the builder fraudulently made the COs. The town pulled them all. I had to bring that house up to current code, which was opening every window up. And so you learn. Where I said, no, it's got to be at the town. That house has been there forever. It wasn't. So you open permits, the whole thing.
Yes. Wow. So based on your experience, what legal steps should be taken in an REO property if an REO property is still occupied at the time of the purchase or closing?
Well, hopefully you know it's occupied before you purchase it, right? But I always, I'm talking to you as an investor, not as a real estate agent. I would knock on the door and see what the mindset is of the people in the property. There are some people that, even though, now remember, if it's foreclosed, they do not own this property anymore. They are in this house illegally in theory, but they have possession.
Correct.
So ownership and possession are two different things. Anyone who has possession of property has to be evicted. So is it a tenant? Maybe you can offer them $10,000, $15,000 because that's about what an eviction would cost you without someone fighting. Give them that, maybe they get out and it's broom swept clean, they won't do damage. If you have to do an eviction, it's costly time. We've had evictions take 5 years if the people know how to fight them, even longer. So I recommend you somehow even talk to a neighbor, what's going on, or are they leaving? I bought one, I knocked on the door and the people were packing up. I bought 2 occupied. One, the woman
You were lucky.
One, the woman didn't even know her husband wasn't making the payment and the house was foreclosed. It was a divorce, and but she let me work on the house. She was very nice, and I gave her $20,000 to get out in 2 months. It was, and she was very reasonable. But there are other people who will not even let you near the property. No. And the second one I bought, I had to evict them. So you just don't know. But I would definitely talk to the people.
Yes.
And get an idea of what's going on with them.
And this is if you were an investor, correct?
That's if I was an investor. As a real estate agent, I can't knock on the door. So it would affect. But I recommend my investors just find out, maybe you drive past it, see them at the mailbox and just ask them.
Yes.
And trust me, if it's a foreclosure and it's occupied, other people have knocked on the door and they're expecting it.
Yes.
We had one, the highest cash for keys we had was something in Manhattan, a condo, rent controlled, $700,000 the owners got to leave, the tenants. Because they had something rent controlled, it was worth $2 million. And the investor paid $400,000, but the people were paying $2,000 less than the common charges alone, because it was rent controlled for years and there were 3 generations.
Wow.
But the investor ended up making money on it, but it was a risk. What if they didn't get out?
It is a risk. That's why. We have a very large occupied inventory right now.
It is not New York. You cannot get people out, and that's what a lot of hedge funds that buy around the country, they make money in other states because you can get people out. When they come to New York and New Jersey, they start losing because they're carrying these things for years.
Yes.
Especially if the eviction wasn't done right and the foreclosure, because a lot of them buy the paper and a foreclosure takes 5. We've had foreclosures take 10 to 15 years.
Yes.
Paperwork gets lost, all this stuff.
Especially in New York State.
Yes.
Takes forever.
Northeast,
Everybody says that.
It's all judicial, so it's all goes
Yes.
through the courts. It takes forever.